There are some mistakes you will make right now that will hinder your chances of getting admission to study in the university. It doesn't matter whether you score up to 320, it doesn't matter whether you score just 200 or even 150. And I got to find out that a lot of people are already making these mistakes. Yes, take it from me. I find out that people within my locality are already making these mistakes. And that is what actually prompted me to make this video, so that you can see how, whether you are making these mistakes, and see how you can totally eliminate it from hindering your chances of getting admission to study in the university. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Basi Ejogba. I'm a 400 level student in the University of Calabar studying medical laboratory science, and in my channel I help students level up the academic game. I also share helpful tips on this channel focusing on personal development. So if you love content like this, please don't forget to hit on the red subscribe button so I can continue getting updates anytime I drop videos like this, and so that you can help me grow. And just like I've said, in this video today, I'm going to review some gross and deadly mistakes that a lot of people have been doing or are doing or are preparing their mind to do, that will hinder their chances or that will stop them from getting admission in 2025. And number one is lack of proper mentorship and guidance. Yes, lack of proper mentorship and guidance. You are planning to get admission in the university, and the people that are guiding you are people that have never written JAMB before. There are people that are telling you a lot of stories. There are people that are telling you that you should not worry, just write JAMB. When you write JAMB, you use your money and you will pay, and when you pay, you get admission to study any course of your choice. You understand? When you lack this proper guidance, you get to feel that you will perform like you will be surprised that you scored high, you can score to 250. But when you lack this proper guidance, because they won't be telling you what you are supposed to do step by step. When I say guidance or mentorship, it doesn't necessarily need to be your pastor. Your mentor doesn't necessarily need to be your mother, your father, your parents, your uncle, your nephew, your niece. You need to be someone who is already in the field. It can be that young boy in 200 level, it can be that young girl in 300 level who is going to be feeding you with the proper information. The next one we have is picking schools your score doesn't qualify for. A lot of people, especially JAMBites, who I don't know, who are too should I say, they have a lot of faith in themselves. You understand? They have a lot of faith in themselves. You know, we all know faith, right? Faith is very, very important if you want to achieve something in life. But at this point in time, you have to be very realistic. You understand? You have to face the reality. You have to know that this is for this. A lot of people pick schools that unfortunately their scores will not get them to study that course in that particular institution. And there's also an opportunity for you to change institution. There's also an opportunity for you to change your course. But you get to find out that a lot of people will still be there. Like they'll be like, oh God, please, and now we'll get it, do your miracle. What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? Just like I said, that has already tampered or already moved you from getting admission. So to avoid these mistakes, you have to be very realistic. If you applied for medicine and you scored up to 260, and in school you get to find out that their cutoff mark is around 320 or 300 plus, instead of you being delusional, or instead of you being over faith or having too much of faith, it's better you start searching for schools that will get you admission in those courses but with less score, or you start changing to lesser course, or courses that will give you admission with that score. You understand? So you have to be very, very realistic. Don't go and pick schools that your score won't get you admission in. We have also late registration. This one is mainly for people that some of the schools that will be writing post-UTME and stuff like that. You get to find out that some people will not do that registration. They will say, okay, let's say for example, they say, okay, particular school have started their post-UTME registration. Some people will not do this registration. They will wait till when portal want to close. When the portal is closing on Friday, and they get to find out the portal is closing on Friday, it is on Thursday that a lot of people want to go and do their registration for post-UTME. And when they want to go and do registration for post-UTME, they are doing it with rush, and as such will make them to forget a lot of documents, forget this, input wrong information and stuff like that, because you are anxious, you are at that particular time your anxiety was high. So to avoid all these stuff, you have to make sure you do your registration on time. avoid anything like what relate to registration, especially if you're applying for schools that do a post-UTME. And number 4, just like I've been saying, like I talked about the lack of proper mentorship and guidance. The next one is lack of timely information. A lot of people will not have information. You're applying for a school that is writing post-UTME, you don't have timely information, you don't even know when their post-UTME registration is starting or stuff like that. It will really hinder a lot of people from getting admission, because before you will know it, the school have already closed their portal for post-UTME, and you are just left there with your high JAMB score. You get to find out that your high JAMB score at that particular time becomes useless. So the lack of timely information will hinder a lot of people from getting admission in the university to study their dream course, even with their score. Number 5 is no access to your JAMB caps. A lot of students can't access their JAMB caps. A lot of people, in fact, you'll be surprised to know that some people don't know what is JAMB caps, because it is their uncle or it is their auntie or their family friend that is helping them to do everything from JAMB registration to everything. Their only work is to just go and write exam and come back. It's their uncle that will help them to. It's the uncle that will help them to. Is the uncle that will help them to check their admission. And when their uncle is stand busy to check their admission, you get to find out that admission doesn't wait forever. I think it's just 72 hours for you to accept your admission, and if you don't accept it, you move on to the next person. So you must have access to your JAMB caps, and lack of access to your JAMB caps will make you not get admission to study your dream course in the university. We have also failure to upload your O-level results. A lot of people, in fact, a lot of JAMBites, majority of the JAMBites are writing based on awaiting results. The moment you fail to upload your O-level results, then I don't think there's any need of you writing your JAMB. Yes, if you fail to upload your O-level results, then I don't think there's any need of writing your JAMB or exam. So failure to upload your O-level results will hinder your chances of getting admission. And inside this failure to upload your O-level result, another important factor inside of it is wrong subject combination. Imagine you're applying for medicine, and your subject combination for a JAMB is chemistry, English, biology, and mathematics. You get to find out that that's wrong subject combination. And wrong subject combination can stop you from gaining admission in the university. So you must be able to in fact, at this particular time, if you have written your JAMB already and you did a wrong subject combination, then I don't think you even get admission. That is for truth, because JAMB might give you admission, but when you go to the school for screening, the school will automatically remove you. You get my point? The school will automatically remove you. So wrong subject combination can hinder your chances of getting admission. We also talked about choosing competitive courses with low score. You have 210 and you want to study medicine that is around 300, and with your 210, how do you want to get it? And this is where people will now start depending on connections in order for them to get these courses with their low score, and forgetting that admission is now digital. The chances of you getting admission with connection is there. I will tell you the truth, because that is what makes my channel different from others. The chances of you getting admission with connection is there, but the chances are slim. So if you get to find out that you have a low score, please change to low competitive courses. And lastly, which is number 10, is jumping from group to group. If you see any group that they write WAEC, that is a group you want to join because you want. See any group that they write JAMB, that is a group you want to join because you want to get update. It will really affect you because there will be a lot of voices, and a lot of voices will lead to confusion. So you must be able to just get a particular group, stay there and will receive your information from that group. Stop jumping from one group to another. So this is basically the mistakes that you can do from hindering you from getting admission in the university. If you have written your JAMB already, drop it in the comment section. How was your JAMB experience? How was your physics? How was your chemistry? How was your mathematics? How was your biology? How was your series? How was your economics? In fact, how was your JAMB? And what do you think is going to be your JAMB score, assessing yourself from what you did in the exam hall? If you love this video and you wish to gain admission in the university, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and also share this video to your friends so they can come here and get value. And in turn, I'll feel motivated to continue dropping helpful videos like this. Until I see you in my next video, always remember that you're wonderful, always remember that you're unique, and always remember that you're a pace setter. I really love you. Thank you.